Welcome to What's Cooking with Como. I am so excited to invite Executive Chef Glenn Rolnick into my home kitchen. You know him from Carmines, DC, Carmines, New York, really just the Carmines family.
Yes, pleasure. Thank you for having me here. This is so exciting.
We've had the pleasure of cooking together for several years, but
Yes,
we're
we
doing
have.
something really exciting in DC because Carmines, DC, celebrating, I cannot believe it, 15
15
years.
years. I can't believe it either.
And before we get into the very special dish that we're making and why, I need to ask you what your favorite dish is because that's how we start every episode.
I am definitely a big seafood eater. So you give me sea scallops, roasted sea scallops. I love to marinate them and just roast them and just that freshness of the fish. And of course, it has to be over some pasta.
Oh,
so, yep.
Scallop pasta, that sounds like a dream.
Scallop and pasta, fresh pasta, garlic and oil. I'm in heaven.
I love it. And you've been cooking since you were a kid. You grew up in New York.
Yes,
and you
I
were
did.
known for all of your culinary magic from the early days.
Yes, definitely. Mom and dad, of course, worked and who's going to put dinner together? So it became a thing. I went to, high school in the area, and then I went to a local college because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I said, okay, I'll get a degree from 2-year college. And all of a sudden, my neighbors start saying, I heard you cooking like the greatest things. Can you cook for us? And I do start doing parties for neighbors and people around the area. Word got out, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to culinary school. My mother's like, yes, you're very artistic. You're very creative. This is the passion for you was to go down this culinary path.
And it was just meant to be. And now that you've been with the Carmines family for so long, you get to get back to the roots of Italian American.
Absolutely.
Big portion, delicious family style meals. And we're putting together an item for the menu for the month of June to collaborate for Carmine's 15-year anniversary.
Yes, we're doing a rolled lasagna. So it's a lasagna roll, but it's all vegetarian. So it's got some of our eggplant in there. It's got sauteed spinach, sun-dried peppers. We're so excited about this dish. It's just an awesome, flavorful, tasty dish that looks great as well.
And when you and I were talking about what we could put on the menu together and we're shooting ideas back and forth and trying to come up with the perfect thing to feature, we were saying, you're known for your meatballs, but it's also summertime and it's going to be hot out in June. So what are we going to make? And I love that this is a take on your lasagna, which is literally like a brick of what I heard described as pasta cake earlier. And this is a lighter version. So let's get to it and show everyone the magic that goes into the dish that you can order that also has a charity component.
Yes. We're collaborating with DC Central Kitchen here in Washington, and it's a big part and a big opportunity. We love working with the community, and when we went to them and they came back to us and said, we have, we're all the faith in Carmines in the world, and of course, Erin, we want you to come up with something together. So you and I worked on this dish, came up with this, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait
to
do this for the month of June, the whole month of June.
And anybody who comes into Carmines and orders the lasagna pinwheels that we put together, portion of that proceeds will go to DC Central Kitchen, which is exciting. So let's get right to it because I am hungry and I'm looking at all of these fresh ingredients.
Okay, so we'll start with this. We'll do a quick mix of this and then we'll get right to the tomato sauce.
Perfect.
Okay, so what we'll do is here, I'll put it in. Do you want to mix?
I would love to.
Is that
mix.
okay? Okay, so we have fresh ricotta cheese.
Look at that fresh block of cheese.
A little impastada. You want to just scoop that out? I don't know if it's...
Sous chefing for you is really a highlight for me because you're just such a talented chef, and
I appreciate that.
The
Thank you.
Italian American background.
Thank
it feels
you.
like I'm at home.
Of course, we'll do some mozzarella.
Yes.
Got to put a good amount of that in.
Mix all the cheese together.
Okay. Fresh basil, of course.
Yes. Fresh basil for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Grated pecorino romano cheese.
Yes. Look at that. That's incredible.
Okay. A little bit of salt and pepper.
Yes.
Right? Let's put a little bit of egg in there.
Okay, egg too.
Yes, mixed egg. And then the cool stuff here. We have our basil, we have our parsley. We're putting fresh spinach in there. So we just saute this very lightly with a little bit of garlic oil, salt and pepper. Okay. And then we have our roasted eggplant that we use on the eggplant parm. So this is basically lightly fried with an egg batter with a lot of cheese and egg, and then we dice it up. We're going to put that in as well.
Got this all mixed together.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, mix it up nicely. And then this is sun-dried peppers. These are one of my favorite things that we have. We use it for caprese salad. So tasty, so flavorful.
And can I just show everybody this bowl real fast? Because when we were talking, my biggest request for our menu addition was that it was the Italian flag color of red, green, and white. And that's exactly what we accomplished.
Italiano flag,
See, that's a perfect way to celebrate the anniversary.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me really put a little bit of into this. Look at this. This is perfect. So we got the filling right now for the pinwheels.
That's the filling. So you mix that up nice, and then we'll go over and start making the sauce.
Okay, so we're going to let this rest, and now it's stovetop time. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. So we have the frying pan out nice and hot.
I warmed it up already.
Love this.
All right, we'll cool it down a little bit. It's a little warm. Yes. So what I'll do is we'll put the oil in first.
Oh, nice coating of olive oil.
Olive oil.
For every base. Nice little wooden
Onions
spoon.
are going first. So that's
some red onion,
Red onion,
It's so fun to have you in the home kitchen. It's a different atmosphere and vibe.
It definitely is. It definitely is. So you definitely want to cook this, get a little bit of color into it. Of course, we're going to put a lot of fresh garlic into it. And this is fresh tomatoes. So we actually have fresh plum tomatoes here. And it's going to be a fresh plum tomato sauce. We have grated pecorino romano. I have fresh basil. And I also have a little bit of vegetable stock, so it doesn't thicken too much. So we'll put a little vegetable stock in here as well.
And this is a perfect light summer menu item to order and enjoy. There's no meat involved, so anybody can have some.
Absolutely. Healthy, tasty, really, it's creamy goodness, to tell you the truth.
It really is. And you know what? Since we have your social media team here, because Glenn rolls deep, you guys can come in the kitchen if you want to get any behind the scenes.
Come on in.
We're just going to take down the fourth wall. Everyone's having a party with us in the kitchen. Get that camera in there because this sauce looks amazing. The base.
And so fresh, so good.
You'll love it. I would say, Glenn, when you're cooking homemade Italian food, the key really is fresh ingredients.
Fresh ingredients always does it. Always does it. And flavor.
Yes.
Flavor is so critical. Fresh herbs, fresh garlic. You know, you want it to taste, your taste buds have to like wake up the second you put it in your mouth.
And then when you walk in the home, you smell that basil and garlic.
Gosh,
you want the neighbors down the hall to be like, what are they cooking?
Yes, what's coming out of that exhaust? It smells so good.
Yes.
Yes, so that's
exactly
what you like doing. So you definitely want to bring out that smell, that aroma. Everybody sitting in the dining room, all the family that's sitting here waiting to come in and eat. It's like, oh, I can't wait to eat. And this sauce, what's great about it, when you use fresh ingredients, you don't have to cook this sauce for 2-3 hours.
Exactly.
Yes,
especially when it's
like
on a meat
20-minute cook. Yeah, absolutely. So this is quick. The hardest thing is really just browning the onions. And that takes an extra couple of minutes. I preheated the pan. So it's nice. It should only take another minute or two. You don't want to make
those
it too
tomatoes
brown.
in.
Yes.
Right.
First, we'll add some of the garlic.
All
right. We're getting to a point where we definitely want the garlic to be roasted as well.
I love that it's a full cup of garlic because I always feel like I put extra garlic in everything.
Yes.
But it makes the taste so much better.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Garlic is flavor, you know?
It's love.
Garlic is love, goodness.
Yes.
Rich.
Oh, that looks so good. And you know, when you're using a home stove and a home pans and pots and you're not in one of those big industrial Carmine's kitchen making smaller portions, everyone that comes to Carmine's, though, is going to get to experience some home cooking for the month of June.
Absolutely. And truthfully, you know, we have our homemade sauces that we make for the supermarkets now. So if you don't want to go through all of this, you can go and pick it up in your favorite supermarket. We have all our, see one right up there.
So here's the deal. I try to avoid jarred sauces. I just buy the cans of San Marzano tomatoes and make my home sauce.
Right.
But my dad loves meatballs and my mom likes eggplant parm and I never want to make two sauces.
Right.
So I get the tomato basil and just use that for my eggplant parm. It's so good.
Yeah, I love this. So it's won a couple of big awards already.
I can imagine.
When it first came out, best new sauce out there, Food and Wine. It was like their top sauce pick. So we were very happy and very impressed with it.
I was very impressed when I tried it because I'm not much of a jarred sauce user. But that's one that I will definitely cook with.
No, that's great. And anyone who tries it, same thing. It's like
very impressive.
A lot of people don't want to try a jarred sauce. And once they try it, they're like, oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite sauces ever.
It's not a traditional jarred sauce.
Exactly. Absolutely. Exactly.
Look at that. As we take a closer look, it's like browned garlic, but not overcooked.
Exactly.
It's light and perfect.
Yes.
Ooh.
So you're almost there. And then we're going to, of course, put fresh basil in because we want to brown that a little bit in with this garlic and onions. So we're almost at that point where we're ready. And truthfully, once we get everything in, which is another couple of minutes, we let it cook for like 15 minutes. It is done.
And just like that.
Just like that, it's done.
We have lasagna pinwheels.
Yes, we do. And we're ready and red, white, and green.
See, that just makes my heart so happy because that first initial call, I'm like, how can we incorporate the colors of the Italian flag so we can celebrate in style?
I totally agree. I think we hit it on the head.
Yeah.
We hit that nail perfectly on the head.
And then there's going to be a big anniversary party coming up in June as well.
Can't wait. 15 years is a long time. And I know 35 years in New York, we're hitting this winter, early winter. And it's just so exciting. 35 years, Carmine's uptown.
Wow.
Started in 33 years for Times Square.
And you're in the center of all the action in New York.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're right in the center of that action. So we're just about ready on this. You're starting to get that nice brownness. You don't want to burn it, of course. So we're going to add
that's my nightmare is to burn garlic.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell great.
Fresh basil, of course.
Oh,
so what I like to do is I put some in this cooking process. And then I put a little in at the end. So you still get that really good flavor towards the end.
And this particular dish has some crisp basil on top.
Yes. This particular dish, we decided to garnish it up with some crispy fresh basil. So if you see how nice it looks, you see that? And the basil wilted in here. Now we're going to put in the fresh tomatoes.
And fresh,
put it in for me?
I would be honored to add these in. Let's see. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
You hear that sizzle?
I have a little salt and pepper over here.
Ooh, it smells like I'm in Rome.
Yeah, it does, right?
It does.
Yep. You want to mix it up a little bit
here?
Sure,
I would be happy
I'm going to mix this up a little bit more here. So we're going to be ready to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, this has all the good flavors, all the good colors, all the good freshness. And then you're eating for charity too, because again, benefiting DC Central Kitchen, which I love to participate with.
It's so exciting. I'm really excited to be partnering with them and with you, of course. And appreciate all your help on this.
All we're missing is a bottle of Montepulciano.
Let's go.
Good.
I know.
You go to for that,
I love the Carmines Montepulciano.
It's one of my favorites.
Mine too. Absolutely.
Yeah. Every family dinner with my dad, there's a bottle of Montepulciano on the table. Right. It's just the go-to Italian table wine.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And you can add in this is reducing down.
Right. We'll add in the vegetable stock. That'll cook nicely with that. And of course, we're going to finish it with our grated pecorino romano cheese. All right. So this will cook for about 15 minutes. We'll let that go. I'll lower the heat a little bit, and then we'll go over and finish here.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I will give a pro tip for all the home chefs out there. Fresh grated cheese really makes all the difference. Fresh grated cheese,
absolutely. Totally. That flavor is there. When you buy the package or pre-processed ones, they don't always have that flavor, or they have an off flavor to them.
Or they also don't bake as well as when you fresh grate it, especially if you're making mac and cheese.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Italian mac and cheese. Love it.
There you go.
All right. So we'll get this ready, and then we'll get our sheet of pasta out.
All right. Let's do it.
All right.
I can't wait. We can roll them. And this is the dish that they're going to go into when the pinwheels are all prepared. It's fun to show everyone how the recipes come together.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Got a nice little trash can hidden in the drawer back there. This is good. Oh, beautiful fresh ceviche pasta. And you can see the semolina flour on top of them. So we'll get them up here.
It's all there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way they don't stick together.
Yes, exactly. So we left this out for a little bit so it gets a little bit room temperature so it rolls nice and easy. I just take a little bit of that off.
Yeah, so it's not too floury. Perfect.
And whenever you're ready, let me get you a little hot water because what you're going to do is we're going to spread this across the whole thing.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
So the best thing to do is to have some hot water so that you're able to help spread it.
Let's get a measuring cup.
Let me get something that looks like it will spread nicely. One of these.
Just give us a second. It's city water. It takes a second to heat up. It's going to be cold for like 5 minutes, so let's tell some stories.
Yes, no problem. The water issue.
No. Listen, the good thing about DC Carmines is they're right in Penn Quarter.
Penn Quarter, yeah.
So you're close to Cap One Arena.
Cap One Arena.
So you get a lot of really excited sports fans who are hungry and ready to go.
Yes.
Believe it or not, it's still cold, Glenn.
It's still cold? All right, you know what? Water's water. Just put some water in there.
No, it's warming up.
I'm going to have some of your ginger brew.
Oh, yeah, ginger brew.
I need a sip.
I told Glenn when he came over, we ran out of Pellegrino on Sunday dinner for the fam, but I always have ginger beer on hand for the end of the day. Okay, we got some water.
Sounds good. Okay.
We're ready to go.
All right, so what we're going to do, I'll show you. We'll put this on.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a beautiful hunk of deliciousness.
Yummy goodness.
Yeah. That's some good stuff right there.
Yep. So we'll need pretty much this whole thing.
Uh-huh. Oh, my God.
Good stuff, huh?
Yes.
You even smell the greatness in here.
It smells perfect. And then once it bakes and gets all ooey and gooey and runs together, it's going to be even better. Okay, so we spread it with this.
Yep. Let me just put a little more water in there for you.
Yeah. Oh, more water.
Yeah, you want to get this whole thing wet.
Okay, perfect. Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So then it rolls and sticks together real
nice. It spreads
nice.
out. Yes,
yeah.
and it spreads out better. Okay, so I'll show you and then you can finish it.
Okay.
All right, so just start pushing down, and then you're going to keep pushing further and further away. It's almost like you're making a pie.
Oh,
okay?
I like it.
And then you dip it as you need to, and then you could spread it even more.
A savory
so as you're pushing,
Italian
try to
pie.
go try to go out a little bit as you do it.
I'm always like the messiest chef.
Nah, that's okay. You know what? Messy chefs are not always bad chefs. They're good chefs.
Thank you. I'm learning to clean my areas as I go.
It's important.
It makes it easier so you don't have like a whole sink overflowing with dishes when you're done.
Oh, you're doing a great job.
You can see it? Okay, perfect.
But you see when it lifts up like that, that's the whole reason you're using the water.
To help it from sticking and make sure it gets, you can see it spreading through all the edges.
You see it spreading, go right to the end all the way around.
You talk about, some therapy. This is very relaxing.
Mental therapy, right?
Yes.
Physical therapy. It's a little of everything.
I'm getting
so you're
this
a little
Nona
thick here, so you can
Grandma
spread that part out a little bit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you're doing great. Look at that.
Oh man, this is fun. I like this. Interactive cooking. This is something my niece and nephew would really enjoy helping with.
Right?
Yeah.
I have grandkids that I do this stuff with all the time, and they're like, "Pa, can we help you with this? Can we help you with that?" I'm like, "Anytime, guys. Anytime."
Like, you tell me what
I want to lay
do.
back a little bit sometimes,
You let them take over and do the work.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Making homemade pasta is really fun to do too with the kids. Oh, look at this. Okay.
Yep.
So we're rolling it out real nice.
You're just about done. Just get that in, right?
We want to make sure we get all the good edges.
Yeah, you got to get all the edges. Very important. Because it also glues it together when you're making it. So you want it to be even. When someone gets a bite, they're getting the same bite as the other person.
I love that you're thinking of every detail, because there's nothing worse than getting like that bite of pizza that doesn't have the cheese or the proper sauce ratio.
Exactly.
Same thing with lasagna. You don't want to get the piece that doesn't have any of the good cheese in it.
Yep.
Okay.
Totally agree. So you're just about ready.
I'm so close. It's just this one little corner is giving me trouble.
Here, just pull a little from here. Let me just help you 1 second. No problem at all.
Thanks.
Let's just move a little bit of this way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to even it out. It's
no,
not
thank
always,
you.
Look, I've done this a few times, so I got a little bit of practice.
Thank you.
All right. So you
For me, it was it was like a mountain in the center.
Yep.
Just
nope. That's all you have to do. And truthfully, you do this more than once and you get used to it.
Oh, this is fun.
All right. So now the easy part.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to roll it.
Ooh,
all right. So you get that side. I'll get this side. Okay. So just take the first part first and just touch it. Touch it over. Up, and then slightly roll it, tuck it. Roll it, tuck it.
Okay. So we make sure everything's
absolutely
in there as we go.
And do it gentle, because you don't want things to push out the side. You kind of want it to. You want to get every bit of this cheese mixture in here.
I'm a little bit of a bull in a china shop, so I'm being as gentle as I can.
That's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with gentle.
But the nice thing about this too is the pasta's real thick, so you don't have to worry about it breaking.
Oh, absolutely. And we left it out for a little while, so so you want it to be nice and even. So you just do this. You just kind of do a little bit, and it comes out so nice and even.
So incredibly excited about how perfect this turned out.
It came out beautiful. You did a great job. I'm proud of you. All right. So the next step here, we're going to put this over here, and then you're going to cut. You can cut whatever size you want. I like to do like 1.5 inches. So let's cut. So cut like 5 pieces, 6 pieces, whatever you think.
And I imagine we want to be extra gentle so it doesn't smush out.
Correct.
Look at that.
Yep.
Perfection.
And then you put it in here.
Make sure they're pretty even. Look at that. As I hear the garlic sizzling in the background. And the
smell it too, right?
Oh my God, it's like a warm hug.
Yep. Okay, one more, we should be perfect.
One more, we're good?
Yep.
Look at that.
Extra beautiful. Okay, let me just rinse my hands.
Yes, of course. I should do the same.
There you go. It's ready for you.
Oh, wow. And the red sauce bath that it's swimming in?
Yes.
That's going to be good stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and this sauce is almost ready. It's still got a couple minutes, but it's going nicely.
And you can see the color of the sauce, how much it's changed over the time since it started sizzling.
Absolutely, and it's so fresh. You get that smell. It's like,
I love it.
I can't stop smelling it. So what we usually do, that's something else that we
I just want to show everyone this because it was just hanging in the background and the wings deserved a moment.
Yes.
When you guys know, everyone knows Carmines for your pasta.
Yes.
Get the wings too.
The wings are
so
insane.
Good.
You try them once, you'll want them every time you come into the restaurant. And these are the same way in all of our locations. So that's the best part.
And the nice thing, because of your proximity to Cap One,
yes,
if you're coming for wings before or after the game, these are the way to go.
Yep. Yeah. Nope, absolutely. Absolutely.
Those are actually really heavy. Okay. All right. So then we have the rest of it over here.
Right. We have this. So what we're going to do is we wrap this in foil.
I'll get some foil for us.
Okay.
Let's see. Perfect. Let's see if we have, we're almost out of it.
Ah, that's okay. We don't need too much.
Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
Let's do it.
There you go.
Perfect.
So I used a little bit of marinara on the bottom because I'm going to use the fresh tomato sauce around. So when we're baking this in the oven, since you don't want to waste that really good sauce, you just put a little bit of marinara if you have it. If you don't, use that. Okay, so we're going to wrap this nice and tight.
Yes. And get that in the oven. And what do you preheat the oven to? About 350?
Yeah, you want to do about 350, and it takes approximately 30 minutes to put this in. So it's not a long process. And then you're going to put this in.
And then you top it with the sauce after?
Yeah, you top it with the sauce after. So the sauce is cooking, so we'll go back to this for a second.
Let's stir it up.
Yep. That looks really, really nice.
That looks so good. I bet there's a lot of things you could do with that simple sauce too, not just for the lasagna pinwheels.
Anything. Pasta, it'd go great over chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Even seafood. That would be great with seafood. So maybe instead of a veg stock, you would use clam juice.
Oh, and maybe add some fresh shrimp.
Ooh. Sounds good to me.
I like where
I like it too. I like it too.
We could come up with a lot of recipes, Glenn, but I think this is perfect for June because it's vegetarian.
Yes.
It's light. It's
colorful.
Everything
we have our colors, right?
Yes, we
our
got
Italian flag colors.
Italian flag colors. I felt like for a party and a celebration, that's what we needed.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean,
that's like scrumptious to tell you the truth.
It really is.
It's the sauteed spinach, those sun-dried peppers, and the eggplant in there. You just make, and it's creamy goodness. It's just melts in your mouth.
And then once it bakes in the oven, it kind of oozes out and just gives you every bite of perfection.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love it.
Yep. So what we'll do is
get the sauce going. Yeah, we can take it out with the magic of television.
Yep.
We have a finished dish already because we thought of everything, didn't we, Glenn?
Yes, we sure did.
And we got the fresh, crispy basil on top.
Yes, we do. So what we do is this would come out, right? The sauce.
Oh, yes, we got the sauce.
Finished up. Let's show you a little bit of this.
Oh, this is
so
perfect.
usually, careful, this one's nice and hot.
Put this in the middle so the camera can eat too. Perfect.
Right. So I already put some of the fresh tomato sauce in, but I'm going to show you a little bit. And the chunky goodness of this, the texture, the flavor is so good.
That looks so perfect. And there's 4 pieces in there. 5 pieces will come when you get the dish.
Exactly.
So it's great for sharing for families, or if you're on a sexy date and you want leftovers for the next day,
absolutely.
You got that too.
Absolutely. So also we have some fresh mozzarella. This is bocconcini. So what I did was I took a couple of pieces. Each one gets a little piece of fresh bocconcini.
Oh, I got quiet when you said fresh cheese and started slicing it because I was like, I need a minute to take that in.
And when this comes out hot, it'll melt a little bit. So you get this little bit of melted goodness on top.
Yeah.
And then all we did was fry some basil leaves. So this is fresh basil leaves dried and just fry them off. And that's your garnish. So you just put it on top.
Glenn, I could talk Italian food with you all day long. This is such a fun collab.
This is so good. And so, I mean, we tasted it. We agreed on it that it was like perfect. It hit the spot, all the spots that we needed.
Yeah.
And once you eat this thing, you'll be, you'll be stuck on it forever.
And because it is summer, it's a little bit lighter.
Yes.
There's no meat involved, so it's perfect for everyone to share. I encourage everyone to try it, especially with benefits. It's benefiting Central Kitchen, so some of the proceeds will go to support that organization as well.
Absolutely. See, it looks great. It definitely tastes great.
It's very Instagrammable friendly.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and show everybody so they can see it. Look, this is a picture perfect moment for the social media team.
It sure is.
Oh, Glenn, I love it. And as we reflect back on your career with Carmines, because you're celebrating 15 years here in DC and you've been with the family for so long, you have gotten to cook with, for, and meet so many interesting people over the years.
Absolutely. You name it. I've gotten to cook for many diplomats, dignitaries, actors and actresses. We've had people come in there, football players. I'm friends. I've gotten friends with so many football players. Leonard Marshall has become a great friend. Marvin Powell,
Kyle Arrington
is absolutely.
So many good people that come through. Do you have any favorite story you can share? I know you have a million. We were talking Glenn should write a book, but a lot of the best stories are the ones that you don't want to share on a podcast.
Right. I've worked and cooked for so many, famous people, and I'm very happy and like proud of those moments. But Gloria Gaynor is one of my favorite people in the world. Gloria came in many years ago and like nothing, like it was nobody, just came up, and one of the waiters recognized her. So I went, and this has to be 8 or 10 years ago. And she was just coming up with a new album. And I'm like, I'll go out and say hello.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I went out to say hello. She's become one of my closest friends there is. She is the most down-to-earth, talented person that I met and know. And we keep in touch. She's coming all the time. Probably every other month she comes. And now she's traveling the world. She just came out with another, new song. And I've done her birthdays. I've done, like all the time. We're doing all her parties and stuff. And any new song coming out or whatever. So I'm so proud to be a big part of that. And again, I've become friends with her and her team so closely that she makes everything worthwhile, to tell you the truth.
Oh, Glenn, that makes me so happy. And all it took was for you to say hello and to bond over a good meal. And now you have a close friend.
Absolutely.
That's so beautiful.
So Carmines is a big part of that. And I just want to say that, without this connection with the family meals and people coming together and laughing and having fun at the table, Jelly Roll. I met Jelly Roll. I was doing something on Good Morning America, and he walked in, he saw me in my chef jacket, and all of a sudden he points to me, he goes, I'm coming there for dinner tonight.
That's amazing.
And this was, you're talking a couple of months ago. This was not a long time ago. So he's coming, and he points to me, and then they reached out to me and said, Jelly Roll does want to come there tonight.
That's amazing.
He came with his whole entourage that evening and took pictures with everybody. Was the most down, and you hear stories about how down to earth and how mellow he is and appreciative of everything.
Right.
He was so cool and took pictures with us, came over, sat with me for a little while, and just those moments just mean so much.
Absolutely.
They really do.
And to know that you get to be, the heart of so many good memories for people.
Yes.
My significant other, Brennan, his sister Dana, and her husband Matt had their wedding reception dinner at Carmines in DC.
Yeah.
So they have those great family memories and stories.
Yes.
I'm going to bring my dad in on Father's Day. And just to be
Looking
able
forward to that,
I'm so excited for you to meet Mr. Como. He literally compares everything to Grandma Sinatra's cooking.
Right.
And I know that he's going to get a 10 out of 10 review for your stuff.
I'm very happy to hear that. I can't wait. And, it makes us feel like we're family.
Absolutely.
And it does. And when people give you those stories and people from all over the world come in and say, I stand out front of the restaurant sometimes and people are like, that's Carmine. That's Carmine. You got to go. You got to go. And I hear that from like every other person that walks by the door. And it's like, wow, this brand for 35 years has made such a reputation for itself. And it continues to live on in those great memories from past and present.
Oh, Glenn. Well, I am beyond honored to have you in my home kitchen here in DC to come up with this beautiful addition to the menu just for the month of June. So get into Carmine's DC and order it. You're also supporting DC Central Kitchen by ordering these delicious, perfect lasagna pinwheels we've collaborated on. And I have to say, you've become family over the years. So thank you for everything.
You. Pleasure. Thank you.
Give me a hug. Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you. You too, Erin. Thank you.
Good episode.
Great job. Great job.
You did it.
Thank you, Isidro. Thanks for all your help, Chef.
Yes, thank you.